Hello guys, it's Shrimp Time here, and today we got another video. This time I will tell you a short story about this interesting shrimp pack, the black fancy tigers, and I will tell you a bit about selective breeding of this pack. So starting from the way those shrimps came to me, I must say that I got this pack for about 1 year. And it was very interesting experience, which shows that you need to be consistent and sometimes you need to react with the problems. Because this pack was started with 10 or 15 shrimps with very nice grade that came to me from Asia. And straight from the beginning, I didn't have any problems with this pack because I've put them into a very nice tank with a lot of algae, and the shrimp grew extremely fast. And the first problem occurs when they become old enough to start breeding, because after that I got first 2 deaths in my tank. I think I don't need to say that they were quite expensive. And after these first 2 deaths, I decided to change the tank the shrimps were in. And unfortunately, after a couple of weeks in a new tank, I started to get another death and another death. And some of the pack died off. And at that point, I had to make a decision. Should I leave the shrimps in the tank they were dying? Should I change something, or should I put them into another tank? Unfortunately, those 2 tanks that I was putting those shrimps into were tanks where I've decided to try another soil that I usually use, and the deaths occurred, I think, mainly due to the soil. After changing shrimps, putting the shrimps in the 3rd tank, which was started on a soil that I have a very, very big amount of appreciation and trust put it in it, they started to breed. And now after a year I got 3 tanks with the shrimps and another tank with a special mutation from this pack. And what I can say about black fancy tigers, about the selective breeding of black fancy tigers, you need to remember that this line isn't so stable, meaning that the patterns may be different and the quality of the pigmentation can be different. I think it's mainly due to the fact that this is quite new shrimp and it was created with quite a lot of genetic mixing and selective breeding to achieve a special appearance of the shrimps, the special stripes on the back, the special pattern on the head. And due to very high amount of possibilities of different patterns, we got some selective problems. So what we need to remember when we are culling black fancy tigers, this tank isn't the highest grade tank. This is just a tank to let the young shrimps grow, and from this tank I'm selecting shrimps to other tanks. But you need to remember that you will get 2 different shades of white. You will get 2 different shades of white, which are created by a special pigmentation. If you are looking at the shrimps that you can see right now, you can see that some of the shrimps got this a bit orange, a bit brownish coloration. Other shrimps, like the big shrimp in the bag, which don't have focus on right now, has this little blue tint. And this little shrimp that is coming in the front. And this is due to the fact that shrimps got different pigmentation which creates the color. And when I'm selective breeding those shrimps, I mainly focus when I'm picking the color on the shrimps that got this bluish pigmentation. This will give you better white color. And all of your effort in selective breeding should be focused on picking that main feature of the shrimp, because I know that blue will give better white color. It's quite complicated, but a person that really got a very high amount of knowledge told me that, and this will lead us to better white. And very nice example is this shrimp in the front, this big shrimp in the front. This is the coloration I'm looking for. As you can see, she got quite nice legs, a very, very interesting pattern, and very, very good white. There is a bit of work on the tail, but I think that we can do that in another generations. What you could see on the left side of the video a bit back, because you got their very nice white color. So most of those shrimps with this brownish, on the other hand, pigmentation, in my opinion, should be culled off from the pack and won't produce you this very, very good high grade color. Another thing that I'm looking for is the balance between the white and the black. And you can see a shrimp with quite nice balance in the middle of the screen right now. This shrimp got nice stripes, a little bit of middle pattern, and I would say that quite balanced head. Sometimes I think that some of those shrimps will show a dancing man pattern. It's a pattern developed in Germany, but I think that it's quite hard to say that a shrimp will get this pattern very often, even if you selectively breed them, because fancy tigers got a tendency to get very different and very high amount of different patterns on themselves. And I think this is why it's so hard to get a very equal amount, a very high amount of shrimps showing equal, almost similar patterns. I will also look for the most of the leg coloration I can get. You know, I love shrimps with very nice leg coloration, especially if I can achieve the 100% of coloration. So these are the patterns that I will look for to get nice breeding tank, to get the control on the shrimps. I use a special tank in which I will put all of my young offspring from the black fancy tigers, and afterwards I will pick the shrimps with the best coloration, with the best pigmentation, and which shows the highest possibility of getting those lovely, lovely colors and patterns. I hope, guys, this will help you a bit with making a good selective breeding of black fancy tigers. I think you can use some of this information also in selective breeding of red fancy tigers. If you like this video, please leave a thumb up, leave a comment, and I hope that you will subscribe and hit that bell button to stay on with all the videos I publish. So thank you for your time, and remember, keep on shrimping. See you, guys.